I don't know if everybody in here understands what kind of a monumental occasion this is.
I remember Rob telling me one time about what he was looking for in a woman, and he said, wow, like it was the world famous list. And he just went on and on. She had to be beautiful, smart, funny, and on, and somewhere near the bottom she would have to settle.
To us, there was just no way this day was going to go. You've heard about the list. He set such an impossible bar for somebody that we thought, no, this is never going to happen. The list is longer than his vows, if you can believe it.
As we talked over the next 5 weeks, and one-word responses turned into 3-page daily emails, I learned a lot about you in a short amount of time. I learned that you were very thoughtful, caring, loved your family, loved your little boy, and loved God. I took out the list and started placing check marks as we went. You were going to be the girl that I was going to marry. It seems like a long time coming to finally get here today. I know that I have been waiting a long time for this day, and so has my mother and father and other family and friends and almost everyone I know.
The Bible says that he who finds a wife finds a good thing. That's right, finds a good thing and receives favor from the Lord. So Erlen, I can say as an unbiased father, Sharon's a good thing. She will love your son, and she will introduce him to people he never cared to meet.
Rob and Sharon, your marriage joins you for life in a relationship so intimate that it profoundly affects your whole being. It offers you the promise of a love that is true and mature. Such a love requires that you commit your lives to one another freely and without reserve for the sake of a deeper and wider life together.
Jacob, since the moment you were born, you have been a joy. You have challenged me and loved me unconditionally, and I thank God every day for giving you to me. Rob and I have been dating over a year before I was willing to introduce Jacob to Rob. I was nervous, and I wasn't sure how it was going to go. So we set up a swim date, and my maid of honor, Patrice, brought Rob, Mr. Rob, as her friend. And when she introduced Mr. Rob, to Jacob, Jacob said, "Mr. Rob, do you want to come swim with me in the pool?" And off Rob went in the pool, and they swam for hours. This led to Jake's first nickname for Rob as Doc, and Rob's first nickname for Jake as Captain Fred. I fell hard for Rob, but even harder when I watched Doc and Captain Fred.
So when her and Rob started dating, she was quite smitten with him. It was so great to see her so happy and excited. I see Sharon, Rob, and Jake together, and it melts my heart. Rob, Jake is very blessed to have you as his bonus dad.
May 2020, we made it official. When in the end of July of 2021, on one of my visits to you, I became very ill. When I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, we cried together, but I felt robbed. I had finally found the girl of my dreams after years of looking, and it was not going to happen. However, you never lost faith. You never stopped praying. You kept our hope alive when I couldn't find mine. But you never left my side. You didn't falter. even when I told you you could walk away. I guess my list paid off. I thought that the Lord had given and taken away. However, it wasn't until later that I realized that I had been waiting all these years because He was preparing a woman for me that was put in my path just exactly when I would need her in my life.
I enter into this life with you without reservation, without fear or confusion, but with a clear and trusting heart. I love you, and I thank the Lord for bringing you into my life. As we enter into the sacred bonds of matrimony, I promise to always love you, in sickness and in health, in poverty or wealth, in sorrow and in joy, and to be faithful to you, my husband, as long as we both shall live.
You are the strength I didn't know I needed, and the joy I didn't know I lacked. Words haven't been created yet for how I feel about you.
And we thank God every day that He has brought you into Rob's life, that He whispered into both of your ears to pay attention to this love. He knew you had found the love that you would both deserve to walk this life journey with. Your positive and upbeat attitude in any and every situation is something to truly be admired. Your strength is astounding, and we know you can and will go the distance for your marriage and beautiful family.
But I do know that she's smart, she's caring, she's a good-natured person who would do anything for the people that she loves. And you look at how she stuck by Rob those last couple years through his health battle. They hadn't been together long at that point, and she stuck by him. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know how he would have done it without you. So you have helped him become the best version of himself, the one we all saw for years, even though he didn't see it and we all wished he would embrace. And so it opened him up to loving and trusting someone enough to marry them. It makes me incredibly happy to be here today and to know that the two of you found each other. Rob set that bar incredibly high, and we teased him about it our entire lives, but it was obvious that he was just waiting for you.
And now it is my great pleasure, my privilege and my honor to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Robert and Sharon McCready.
Rabba, I welcome you to family. One condition. Condition you give me house. Give me house. $300, please. Fine, I'll lower it to 150.